Hello everyone. Welcome to my show Content with KM. Today I have with me lovely Vicky here and I will let her introduce herself in a minute. But today's show is basically about fitness motivation. If you guys have been following me already, you know that I post content around lifestyle, fitness, inspiration and motivation. And to continue that, I thought why not bring someone on the show who has actually done half marathons and a marathon and who has been a runner for a really long time. So please welcome Vicky to my show. Thank you for coming on my show, Vicky.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great, great. We are having lovely sunshine in the UK still.
Nice day today.
Nice day today, definitely. Okay, for starters, what motivated you to actually start running or do marathon?
I think for all runners, a marathon is on your bucket list. I think for non-runners as well, people would like to do marathons. It's just something that you progress to. You start off with running short distances, 5k, 10k, go up to half marathon, which is 13 miles, 20 milers. And then marathons, which is your 26
miles.
26 miles.
Wow, that is quite a big target to achieve, I must say. Okay, that looks like, I know that all of us want to be healthy and fit, and it's hard to build up that habit. When you started, was it like many years ago, like you were in college or something, or was it like later down the line when you were in your work life and you thought, you know what, I'm sitting in the office all day, maybe this is a good way to have a habit of running and all that? What prompted you specifically? Was there anything?
I think I've always been quite active. So is my husband, and we used to run together.
Oh.
And with friends.
Couple goals. Yes?
Yes, long time ago. I've been married nearly 30 years now,
wow.
So we've been running a long time.
Wow, I think that's what's keeping the romance alive.
We don't run together much now because the
but
children
couples
take
who
up
have
time. Yeah. But you think we're getting a bit closer to retirement, we'll probably do more running together again.
Of course. I think it's a good way to stay motivated as well. If you have someone like a friend or a partner, or as you said, your husband who is there with you and they're doing the same thing. So having the same sort of activity, it's not just good for the marriage or the relationship, but also keeping you fit. So
of course, it's so good for you.
Win-win.
Your health, for your mental health as well. You have to enjoy it, and I really do. I love it.
Great. Whoever is listening, you guys, if you have never run before, I think this would be a good inspiration for you guys, that you can start at any point in your life. So it doesn't have to be starting from college life or childhood or something. If you decide later down the line that this is something you want to try and include in your lifestyle, you can always adopt it. You can always train for it, which brings me to my next question. If someone who is going to be a beginner runner and they want to start doing it, what would be sort of the top things that they should do, or what would you recommend?
If they've never run before, couch to 5k, 0 to 5k
That's
running
a good
program.
Start. Okay.
That is a really good start, yes, because that will take you running from not running at all to being able to run 5 kilometres without stopping. Your park run on a Saturday is a 5 kilometre run, and these are things that will all help.
You're saying that any community events which you can be a part of to get yourself in the mood to actually be motivated and run.
Yes.
You were mentioning park run. Can you tell a little bit about them?
That's a free 5 kilometre run every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. They have them all over the country.
Amazing.
Sign up online, get your barcode.
Amazing.
And you'll get a time so you can see how you're progressing, getting quicker every week, hopefully.
Great, great. I think that's an amazing tip because I think most of us, for example, myself even, I have not run in my life. I would want to. I have done long walks and everything, but I haven't done like running specifically. But I think for me as well, or for people who are watching, the inertia is that if they're feeling alone, it's you don't want to start, or you just think, oh, it's a bad weather today, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. You just make these excuses and you just stay at home. But I think it's a really good way, as Vicky was mentioning, that park run. Are they like an organization, like a community?
Yes.
Basically, if you go to their website, wherever you are in UK, if you are in UK and you're watching this, you just go onto their website, you sign yourself up, and wherever you are nearby, I'm sure they would have some park run being organized. I will try and mention them in the captions as well, in the description as well, so you can go and find those guys. Tell me about, if runners, like someone who is starting, would you recommend doing any fitness classes?
Definitely. I think core strength is really, really important. Somebody gave that tip to me when they saw me out running and said, really recommend doing some core strength training. I do a fitness class every week. Brilliant class, JC Fitness Performance. We do strength training, conditioning, some stretching exercises. It's aimed at runners. It's really good. Really,
Wow.
really good. If you can find a fitness class aimed at runners, brilliant.
And what about the age range? Is it like you have to find something with the similar age range, or
No.
anyone can join?
Anyone can join. Anyone can join. Lots of young people, but I'm not the oldest.
You don't look the oldest at all. Let me tell you that. I think, and that's because of your running habit. So that's another reason that we should be doing this on a daily basis. Running. Vicky, I know you are like above. I'm not gonna say your age, obviously, but above 50. And I know that I always get inspired by you because of your active lifestyle. And I think you look amazing. You look really fit for your. I wouldn't say for your age, for you looking always young and gorgeous like you do, having that glow on your face even without the makeup. I think it's all owed to running and marathon and all of that. Tell us about when and how you started training for marathon, from half marathon, and where you participated. Tell us about that.
Well, I had done a couple of half marathons, and I then decided that I'm going to go and try and run a marathon. There are lots of training programs ranging from 16 weeks to 20 weeks where you follow a program and you build up each week and you increase your mileage, and then you drop down, and then you increase your mileage again and drop down. It was quite intensive because I some of the distances I was doing above and beyond half marathon I hadn't done before, so it was a challenge. But it's doable.
You managed to do it, so
it was hard.
There we go.
It was hard.
I bet it's hard. It is
glad
very challenging and hard.
I did it.
I'm sure, and I'm proud of you that you've done it, and you still are. I'm sure you're running on a weekly basis even now. I'm sure you would be participating in something or the other. It's really good to know. You're saying that you basically train for like 14 to 20 weeks before the marathon.
Yes.
And you aim for half marathon before. Once you reach that sort of goal, then you move on to full marathon, which is what you said is 27 miles.
26.2.
26.2. That's quite specific.
Why
Why 26.2? Why not 26?
But I'd done some half marathons before that, and then when you start your training program, the first few weeks were great because it was all distances I was doing week by week, and then once you get beyond half marathon, you're doing 13 miles, 14 miles, 15 miles, then you'll drop down.
Okay.
Maybe to 13 miles again, and then it'll be 16, 17, 18 miles, you drop down a little.
Okay, why drop down? What's the reason for that?
So that you're not overtraining and you're having some rest. And on the weeks that you drop down, it's such a confidence boost because you think this seems easy compared to what I did last week.
Wow, no, that's actually good. Keep you boosted.
Yes.
Keep your mood boosted as well, and you want to keep doing it. You don't
mentally,
give up.
you're thinking, I can do this. I've done this, and then the next time you'll increase it, and it's hard again, and then you'll step back. But before you do the full marathon, I did two 20-milers.
Half marathon.
So that's beyond
half marathon.
Yes, I ran 20 miles twice, which was the furthest I ran before doing the 26 for the marathon. It's
hard. It takes a long time to actually train yourself.
It is, and the amount of time it takes as well. Okay. You need to factor that in. It's not just the fact that you're going to be running 18, 20 miles one weekend. It's how much time it takes out of what you would normally do
schedule to take out
on
that
a weekend.
Time.
Of course.
And of course, you have to factor in the times when you probably are not feeling your best, or for us women, we have so many other things going on as well, health-wise. I'm sure other women can relate if they're watching. Even on those bad days, how do you not get demotivated? And let's say you still have to go for the run. Would you skip it? Would you still go for it?
No, I wouldn't skip it. But instead of, say, if I was scheduled to do 16 miles and I really didn't feel up to it, swap it. Do a lower. You might have to do a couple of 5 kilometres during the week and then maybe do the big run on a different day. I try to keep my long runs for Sunday. So Saturday was a rest day and I would run during the week, and I might say if I didn't feel up to it on Sunday, I might do it on a different day.
Okay, during the week,
yes.
Try and fitting it in.
Mm-hmm.
So the key is not to lose the momentum. That's keep that consistency to be able to keep doing it.
That's right. And you invest so much into it. You don't want to.
You don't want to lose
think
momentum.
I can't stop now. I've gone too far with this.
It requires a lot of effort, taking the time out. You're investing of just like it's like the food you're eating. What about the food when you're having like a specific food when you're training, doing the training program, or you stick with your regular diet?
Well, my regular diet is quite healthy anyway, but you can make small changes. Because I was doing my long run on a Sunday, instead of having pizza, beer and wine on a Saturday night, I might
Which is quite tempting. Pizza and, it just sounds so very tempting.
Oh, yes. But I would change that and I would have pasta and no alcohol, beer or wine on a Saturday instead. I still felt like I was having a treat, but it wasn't the usual thing I would normally have. But it's a small price to pay.
Because you have a main goal in mind.
Yes, of course.
You want to keep that goal in mind and keep doing things towards that. I think it kind of helps you stay fit, eat healthy as well, which is another thing we talk about on this channel as well. That having a healthy lifestyle instead of following a specific diet for a few days. If you go on a juice diet for 7 days or just having a cabbage soup for 7 days and just going back to junk food, it's not going to help. So I think having a daily routine sort of thing where you can maybe have a cheat day once in a while, but then stick to having a healthy eating lifestyle anyway, that you're saying that you eat healthy anyway, so you don't have to specifically cut down on the food specifically for the marathon. When you mention you just stick to the healthy diet, but do you count your calories per day, or do you say I need to have more toning and strength, so I'm gonna focus more on having a high protein diet? Because let's say when we go to gym, some people who are trying to build muscle, they would have a specific number of calories they want to eat or specific protein intake they want to have, or somebody who is losing weight, they would have a different one. Would you think that for training, when you're training for the marathon, would you have a specific goal in mind in terms of calories or
I didn't. I didn't. You do find your appetite increases when you're marathon training because of all the extra running that you're doing. But I didn't focus on my diet or make many changes to my diet. If you were wanting that kind of advice, the fitness class that I go to on a Monday, the JC Fitness, he does do the nutrition and things like that.
Okay.
As
So having someone as like a coach or a mentor
Yes.
would be a good idea. They can recommend you can follow this weekly schedule.
Yes.
And have this much calorie intake.
And of course, the people who go to his class, they're all runners, so we could share stories.
What's working for you, what's working
yes.
for them. But everyone's body is different. I think they each body reacts differently to how much stamina they have, how much threshold of in terms of how much they can do. Also, when we talk about eating and you're running marathons, as you said, having a rest day because your body needs time to recover and replenish. Same with even with going to the gym. I think if somebody is doing 7 days a week, instead of doing that maybe 4 days and then taking a few days to rest, would be much better. So as you were recommending, Vicky, that having maybe Saturday as a rest day and then on Sunday you're doing your run, so it gives your body time to recover.
Yes.
And then with the eating as well, if you are obviously thinking that you feel like you want to eat more, it's because obviously your body doesn't want to feel depleted because you're running, so you are obviously burning those calories, so you need to regain those calories as well. I think I would also recommend, like Vicky is saying, that you need to have a proper diet. You can't, because some people I've seen, Vicky, that because of this women having certain sizes and shapes, society kind of puts this pressure that they have to look a certain way. And some women I've seen, they get obsessed about we have to look size 6 or something like that. I think that should not be the aim, right?
No, I'm definitely not size 6.
Definitely, but you look really fit, and I think the end goal is to feel good within yourself, right?
That's it. It's how you feel, don't dwell on
not the images,
how you look. You everybody looks different. As long as I think I can put my trainers on, I can go out, I can go and run 10 kilometers tomorrow. That'll do for me.
I think because also I think it's also when you say you can put your joggers and run, like you basically are saying that what makes us happy. Because as you said, you started running not just to stay fit, because you enjoy it. So I think it's about that as well. If let's say I enjoy having long walks instead of running, I might run at a certain point, but I think it's all about what makes you happy as well. I would also say that maybe everyone who is watching, choose something that you can actually practically do, something that you actually enjoy. Most of you who are watching today, maybe you guys are thinking to try to do your first run and you haven't really found the motivation. And I'm thinking that after listening to Vicky today, you guys would feel motivated enough to maybe just go for a 2-kilometer run to start with. Just get it over that first run and just do it. I think sometimes we're just overthinking things. I hope that today, when Vicky has been telling all of these great, simple, practical tips to get started, I hope you guys taking notes, or feel free to pause the video, watch it as many times as you want. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you guys can get notified of more videos along these lines to help inspire you in your lifestyle, in your life, because my motto is to level up, that we should all level up our life. That's pretty much the motto of this channel, to inspire you guys. Just to wrap up this interview, is there any specific gear that you would recommend, that when somebody is doing a marathon or a half marathon or running, do you recommend any specific gear?
A good pair of trainers, not necessarily expensive trainers, but if you go to a shop that sells trainers to runners and will do your gait analysis, I recommend having a gait analysis and getting a pair of shoes that suits you.
I'm gonna pause you right there. Maybe not many of us know what is gait analysis, because I was just thinking we're just walking with a pair of running shoes and just checking how we feel. But I think it's different. I'll let you explain. What is it?
It's where you go to a shoe shop. This is a shoe shop for runners,
specifically for
trainers.
runners.
There's a few of them all over
All over UK.
all over the place, of course. And what we'll do to do your gait analysis, you will run on a treadmill, and how you land will be recorded. The analysis is looking at how your heel hits, and you spread the weight over your feet, and you can get trainers or shoes that will suit your running style.
So it's not just about the size, it's about how you are running and how your foot lands.
How your foot lands and how you distribute the weight through your ankles and your feet, and you will get a pair of trainers that will suit that.
Okay.
Before I did the marathon, I had a gait analysis, and I told the chap in the shop, I said, I'm looking for trainers that will get me through a marathon and the marathon training, and I don't want to lose my toenails.
Of course not. Nobody wants that.
I need something that's roomy, and talking to me and finding out what my needs were, as well as gait analysis, they found me the perfect pair of trainers.
Okay.
Fabulous.
That's great. That's great. What if you can't find something which is already in the store? Would they do something like a custom thing as well? Do they do that, do you think?
I don't think so, but they might not. The shop that I went to only carried 4 different brands, and it was very personal service. I tried on, I jogged in them, I went on the treadmill in them, until we found a make that suited me.
So that you came out satisfied, basically.
I certainly did.
And I think that there could be like waterproof as well, or having a lining or something like that. It's like
mine aren't, because you need your feet to be able to breathe. But you can get different running shoes for different. You can get cross country, trail shoes. You can get running shoes that will suit the terrain and your needs.
All right. So I think that's a really good tip.
Yes, if you're doing a long distance, I think it was well worth.
So you don't get blisters when you're running?
I did not get blisters, no.
Wow, that is amazing. Because I know one of my friends, she told me that she did like 15 miles hike. And at the end of the hike, she had really bad blisters on her feet. I was just thinking, because marathon, you're actually doing 26 miles, as you said, so that's like a long distance. How many hours does it take?
A lot. Some people can do it quickly. I didn't particularly.
But that's not the point, is it? Because they don't ask you to complete in a specific.
No. They don't.
That's a good thing for non-runners, by the way. If you're getting feeling down, thinking that they're gonna judge you, they're not gonna judge you. You just need to make sure you're completing the marathon.
Of course.
Sorry, I'll let you continue. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. But yes, I didn't get any blisters, but I had the right pair of shoes, and I took the time to find the right pair of shoes.
And how much time did it take you from, let's say, the half marathon and the full marathon? How much time each of those took?
It's half marathon. The thing is, if I say a time and somebody might think, oh, that's really fast, I couldn't do it in that, you wouldn't want to put people off, and then other people might think, oh my word, that is so slow, I could do it so much quicker. And you probably could.
True.
Because it's personal. It's all about crossing finish lines rather than your finish time.
That's a really good thing. That's a really good tip.
Your time is personal to you. There's
Guys,
no bad time and no good time.
As Vicky said, that focus on the finish line and not the finish time.
Exactly.
That's golden words. No, that's amazing. So you've done 2 marathons.
No, 1 marathon.
1 marathon.
2 half marathons.
2 half marathons. And where would you suggest people to sign up for these? Was it in London? Was it somewhere else?
I've done a half marathon local to here. I did a half marathon up in Blackpool, which was nice.
Amazing.
And I did my marathon in Blackpool as well.
Amazing. Guys, if you are in UK, look up for Blackpool Marathon and it should come up.
It's Fylde Coast Runners it was the Blackpool Festival of Running.
Blackpool Festival.
And they do the marathon and half marathon every year. And I highly recommend them. I really enjoyed them.
And I bet the part, because obviously that's like a place with the beach. I think we all know that UK's got lovely beaches. So Blackpool is definitely one of them. I've been there a couple of times and I love that place. When you were doing the round, was the path basically around that?
It was along the promenade, yes.
Amazing!
Two laps along the promenade.
You get to see the beautiful scenery and you get to see the beach and the sea and you get to go around. That's really great. I think London, in London as well, we have these kind of marathons every year. I know a couple of my friends who participate in these marathons in London. So guys, if you just Google or these days if you're using ChatGPT, then look up on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you the names of the events where you can sign up for these half marathons or marathon if you've already practiced half marathon. But there are lots of them, I think, all over the country.
Yes.
All over the country. So it does not matter if you're up north or if you're down south like we are. As Vicky is saying, she did not do it in London, she did it in Blackpool. Whatever is closer to you, whatever is feasible for you. But I was going to say thank you so much for this lovely coffee chat today.
Thank you for having me.
And I had such a good time trying to understand, how this whole thing works, because as a non-runner myself, I can understand people who feel a bit sort of intimidated, thinking that it's a big deal and you need maybe a lot of sort of stamina, which you do, obviously you do. But like anything, guys, if you are staying consistent, as Vicky mentioned, stay consistent, don't give up, even on the bad days, just try and do little bits so you can still stay in the momentum, still keep doing it. And as she mentioned, nearby her, it's JC Fitness where she goes to, but you can definitely find out wherever you are in UK, lots of fitness places who aim specifically for runners, where you can join and participate and be part of the community of other runners who are doing the same thing and share the struggles and the good times as well. I think I'll wrap this up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. And guys, I just want to say once again, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and leave me in the comments if you like today's chat with Vicky. If we want to find you anywhere, would you want to share your Instagram or your TikTok if you have? She is on TikTok. I will tag her over there as well. So if you guys want to follow her, encourage her, cheer her on so she can keep doing these marathons. I would definitely want to cheer her on all the time because she's doing amazing. She's such a big inspiration for not just men and women, but specifically for women as well, because we need to focus a lot more on our health and our fitness, and we kind of lose that track with getting married and being busy with life, with kids and all that. I think it's kind of a good thing having someone like Vicky on my show, which proves that people can do it. If she can do it, so can you guys. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.